Hi, Tiggs. You guys say hi to my cats. Yeah, say hi to my cats. I got a ghost cat, and then I got my other cat. How you doing? Put a chat filter on here. I don't want you guys doing too much of anything, so we'll put this like this. If you subscribe to the channel, you can chat in here. Now, if you subscribe, you might have to chat next stream because, well, the duration for you being in here may not be long enough to engage your ability to chat. Now, you probably don't understand what I'm saying. I don't expect you to. Look, first rule of YouTubing Club is you're not going to understand much. I know you're like, oh, it's YouTube. Well, you're not. The reason that this is difficult to understand, because do you think they want people to be good at using YouTube and become a powerful YouTuber? No, quickly say no. So the people who run this wouldn't want you to understand how to use it or how to get famous, right? That's why the algorithm is so difficult. It's, oh, you've got to figure out the algorithm. There is no such thing as an algorithm. If you really think that, then you just don't look around. I've done streams where I've explained that YouTube and Google are an indexing system that basically, if you pay enough money, your stuff can be featured at the top. Okay? So people put advertising revenue through the most ginger goof of streamers here on YouTube so that they could control the narrative of YouTube. If you're the #1 streamer on YouTube, do you think that makes your corporation powerful? If you paid to have that person placed there? Quickly say yes. Now, how do you become #1 on YouTube? Well, you have to promote to children, right? As children are the biggest demographic of daily YouTubers, right? So if you're trying to have your channel seen, you have to check out a bunch of children's content that's popular and mimic and steal it and work with it. Do you think anybody on YouTube did that? Do you think anybody on YouTube was like, hey, I'm going to make a YouTube channel? Do you think the biggest streamers on YouTube, do you think they started out promoting to kids? Or do you think they learned that offering $10,000 cash prizes to jump across a little dinky video game on Minecraft could make them a lot of money in 5 years? You're correct. It's actually a federal crime in the States to be doing giveaways on YouTube if you don't do it properly. And it's funny how the feds never went after Jimmy Donaldson for doing giveaways on YouTube improperly. See, in the States, you guys have your lotto system that allows you to do these kind of, they call it a raffle. That shit is taken very seriously in America. Very seriously. It's much different over here. There's still a thing, but it's not like yours. Your lottos in the States are governed by the feds. And there's a lot of people that say that a lot of giveaways done on YouTube were highly illegal. If you lived in America, that is. And the giveaways, because America knows, they did a Publishers Clearinghouse thing, right? And then what happened? Publishers Clearinghouse went bankrupt in, 2020, something like that, 2021. They couldn't keep paying everybody's monthly or yearly check amount, right? Some people didn't take the whole amount. They allotted for $250,000 a year. Publishers Clearinghouse, the sweepstakes, they went bankrupt. So, to the people who ran and owned and profited from Publishers Clearinghouse, how is it you are not able to pay out the winners that won decades ago, but you all profited? You know what I mean? So that one needs to be re-looked into. But when you find out who owns and was profiting from Publishers Clearinghouse, you'll quickly see nothing will ever come of that because of how powerful those people were at the top. So it's an interesting world we live in, but when you really dig down and really understand that you can't break the laws that they can break, because if you do it, your mom and dad can't bail you out, right? Their mummies and daddies, they own the NASDAQ, the stock exchange. These people they're the most corrupt people on the planet. Remember that. Can you believe somebody owns the NASDAQ? A family owns the NASDAQ. Most of you don't even know what that NASDAQ stands for. And yet your lives are run by it. See, what they don't even want you to talk about, what they don't want you to learn about, you can learn here every single day on the show. Remember that. Every single day. Hard to believe that a family owns a bank, isn't it? Do you know how hard it is to start your own bank? Imagine that the people who own, you can't really say too much actually because of how it's just, this is the world we live in now, right? Where you can't say too much. So the first thing they did was they made Karen a politician. The second thing they did was get Karen's husband a few stocks, right? They got Karen's husband a few good stocks that skyrocketed 27,000%. And I know most of you are bad at numbers, but if you invested $400,000, you'd be a cajillionaire right now. And 400,000 to these people is pocket change. It is literally the money they have lost underneath their bed last week. So, folks, remember, you cannot be me. Stop trying. Y'all look silly, right? Y'all look silly. We got a flooring guy coming in a week or so, actually over a week, but I got a flooring guy coming, so we'll get that done, and then I'm done my stuff that I gotta do. We'll start living a bit. We'll get back to the show. The show has definitely been on hold for a couple months now, and that sucks. I mean, a couple months. I've been doing stuff for so long now that I've had no time for about 8 months to really run the show especially the way it should be. This is a massive channel. And yeah, it's great. You guys think I could just make a PUBG video and okay, our channel's gonna be perfect, but that's Team Donk right there. You want to be the best in the world? It's not just like one video. It takes a village to make a real powerful YouTube channel. And I don't have a village. I have myself and not that much time. So I have to create more time so that I can get famous on YouTube. Fame comes with a cost. In order for me to be famous, I have to give up time with my wife. I have to do a lot of things that I'm not really super inclined to do. I don't want to spend time away from my wife. That's why I always usually try to incorporate my wife some way, shape, or form into a stream so that I can hang out with her and still do YouTube. It's not easy to do. I actually am a family man. I actually want to hang around my wife. Now, on the flip side, I could be hanging around with I like to hang around with people. If you're good looking, I'd love to hang around with you. But I have a wife, you know what I mean? If my wife doesn't want to hang around with me, then I'm forced to hang around with good looking women. Because I don't like dudes. Dudes are weird, you know what I mean? Dudes lie too much. Women lie, for sure. Women are liars. The fakest woman in the world was just on a Colorado dating show, I think. I'm not really sure what it's called. A blind date. Blind. Something blind. Love is Blind. I got it. Wow, we did that. So Love is Blind has the fakest woman in the world on there. Or thing, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is. But she fake. She's super fake. So what we're gonna do today. Yeah, she takes this. My cat does not like her. My cat likes everybody. Except that old sea hag. What? Man. Have I ever been honeypotted? I honestly can say that if I was, I pity the fool. You know what I mean? Yes, I was. But not in a way that you guys get honeypotted. It might have been like something, but never got what they were looking for, type of thing. Moving on. People who go or are trying to honeypot someone are obviously criminals, right? But worse than that, they're devils. Because you're being conniving, you're being sinister, and you're doing what's called entrapment, right? So if you're putting something with ears to the ground in front of me, and you're doing it in a sexualized manner, I'm an animal, right? Like, I'm a human, but I don't know if you know this, we're monsters. Humans are monsters. And we have animalistic instincts, intentions, however you want to word it. Some dudes are so small, so tiny, and they probably don't even have a D. That's why they're all timid, right? You are what you are. And there's no changing that. You can't change the fact that you're timid. You can't change the fact that you're a puss. You had to be designed, influenced at a young age to not be a puss in order to change that. There's no going, if you're 50 years old and you're scared, you cannot fix that. It's called, you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. Do you think they created words like this, these sentences, so that they didn't make sense later on? No, they make perfect sense. If you're too old, stuck in your way, it is extremely hard. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Very hard to stop that person from ever really truly understanding you're hurting somebody. You're hurting your wife, or you're hurting your husband, or you're hurting your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, whatever it is you're hurting. Somebody, you're lying and cheating on somebody. And then you could be infesting them with STDs, right? And then you wonder why people are going out and they're doing horrible things to the two cheaters. Well, when you get an STD on your dink or your vag, you better, and you didn't put it there. You didn't put that there. What do you think happens next? Ask yourself very clearly, what do you think happens next to those two people who fucked you around? So it happened in Selkirk, a dude took out the couple that cheated, right? His wife or somebody, and this other dude that was the cheat, right? And he just smoked them, just flattened them, done. But that's the way the world works, right? That dude, he decided that he was choked of how he was treated in his relationship that was supposed to be forever, right? This is the way they have you thinking, forever, right? And when you don't draw a line in the sand and be very specific and say, okay, well, I still like Jeffy, and I still like Ruthie. Well, like you're leaving stuff in the dark there that people, they're just going to nonchalantly think, oh, this person still loves me. They would never cheat on me. Then how'd you get all those bumps on your dink, dude? Right? So, to the people out there who cheat, you should tread very lightly right now, because the world changed. You look around you and ask yourself if this is the same world as in the 90s. Fuck no. People are brutal. Brutal right now.
and the world changed overnight, but it's been this way. I've noticed this happen because I see it first, right? I can tell the first 10% of the populace is now brutal, now completely evil, now lost all morals, and they only value money, right? This is the world we live in, where money is what drives you. That means you're a devil. You're evil. If you are driven by money, you are the devil. Because money isn't real. If you were to wipe out civilization, money would not exist. And this is too much for people to fathom. People can't jump in their head and go, okay, let me picture a world without money. You can't. You're too dumb to picture it. All you think about is becoming a billionaire, a millionaire, or having $1,000 in your pocket. That is pathetic. Pathetic. Let me show you how we played up here, okay? We're going to put these on a paper towel just to start. I'm actually going to eat this one live on YouTube. Oh my God. Oh, these are actually... Oh my God. So much flavor. So, money is the devil. If you have a lot of it, you've probably done devilish things. Oh, you see what I did there? If you were given a lot of money by your parents or someone, they're probably pretty corrupt, or your great-grandparents stole from a boatload of people. Now, if your dad is the Iranian inventor who, when he was 17 years old, sold a pair of hover shoes to a rich businessman for $2 million when he was 17 decades ago, then your father and your family earned their money legit. Now, that scientist grew up. He invented a flying car. He invented a flying car. He's an Iranian scientist. And if you know about Iran right now, you know that there's people who don't want other people to travel for free or to travel very far. They want you to pay a boatload of money to go 100 miles. Pretty soon they're going to make cars out of reach for people. I told you guys this 4, 5, or 6 years ago on stream. I told you vacationing would be only for the most elite rich people in the world. Now look at who goes on vacation 4 or 5 years later. Go look. And of course, you could still go on a vacation right now. It's just, would you rather own a house or go on vacation, right? So, now that you've got this beautiful rice done up, this is a sticky rice, and I didn't spend 30 years in a sweat lodge making rice. I made this overnight. No, I just made this in a minute. You know what I mean? So you get this. Where's the damn, we didn't put it out, okay? I gotta get it. Frank's, man. Gotta get that Frank's, bro. Put a little bit of that Frank's right here. The wife's got salad. She's gonna wash up and make salad in a minute. You gonna make that salad now, boo-boo? I've done your food. All right, so I'm gonna work on the second plate of food now. Oh my God, this is so good. It's tasty, delicious. Oh, Oh, did you hear that predator fart? As I walked away a little bit, snap a crackle pop, it said. Okay, here's my plate. It's a smaller plate, but I've loaded it with twice as much. You know what I mean? It's just how we do it. All I can smell is the tastiest Japanese fried rice. Sticky. I call this my combo rice. I'm gonna give the rice. We're gonna give the wife a little bit extra of the rice there because I have a nice plate full. And I will take this little bit here and I will eat it up. Okay, and wash this frying pan once more. We washed the mushrooms out. Now we just gotta wash the sticky rice off of the pan here, which I've cleaned the sink, rinsed it out. She's beautiful. A couple dishes to take down right now, but we will get that done right here, like so. Yeah, this did. And we got this did. And that's how we do it, baby. Check out that piping plate of deliciousness. We're gonna bring that salad up here in a minute. Hi guys. I just want you to know, like, I do have sex. It's not that often. It's definitely not as often as I would like, but I am having it. I'm not a virgin, as much as there's women out there that picture me as a virgin, just this dude with a throbber, just a 14-inch throbber. It's not quite 14, but it's not far off a pamplemousse and a cantaloupe combined with a baby's arm hanging off the end of the giant pamplemousse, you know what I mean? But yeah, I have had sex before. I don't remember what it feels like or anything, but I have had it. At least I think I have. This food right here will get any hideous dude laid fast, fucking fast, bro. If you're hideous out there, watch my show, cook my meals for anything, whatever, like cook them for, you know. I'm not even gonna go there. I don't even know where I was gonna go. I just have no idea. I'm my mouth is I'm salivating. I'm trying to keep the slobber in my mouth right now. It's very fucking hard. Okay, we're gonna put up some of this stuff here, and I don't know if you do not, you can hear the salivation in my mouth, right? So come on, let's be specific, ladies. There's only two things I salivate for: blueberry and battered mushrooms. A good bowl of blueberries. Sorry, I can't even talk that much. It's getting overwhelming in here. My wife picked up another jar of Frank's red hot stinging honey garlic sauce. I gotta shout out the wife. Man, when I saw her walk up the aisle and she had that bottle in her hand. It's like a little small bottle, you know. I was like, what the hell you got in your hand? Why we don't need? And then I looked, I was like, oh, I was like, I looked her dead in the eye. She doesn't even recognize me. She doesn't even know I'm there. I'm looking at her, I'm like, I'm giving her the biggest heart love eyes you could possibly do with an emoji symbol with my head. I have a big fucking head. And I'm like, boom, 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 boom. Just hard eyes. Boom, 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 boom. And the lady's looking at me, she's the teller, and I'm like, I'm like, boom, boom, boom. Just wait, lady, hot other woman, scanning groceries for me, please. Beautiful woman that scans my groceries so nicely and effectively and efficiently. I'm giving hard eyes to my beautiful wife. Boom, 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 boom. And I kept going. 19 minutes went by. My wife is like in the car waiting. I'm still boom, 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 boom. Still booming her. She doesn't even know I'm there. That's my world, guys. So here, we're going to do the taste for you. I can only describe and imagine. This is going to be out of this world. With a plate like this, where do you go? Where do you even begin? With such a divine thought, we'll go off the top. Man, it didn't work out too good. We'll try off the top, hammer down. Okay, now that seems to. Oh, yeah, we done it. Oh, what? In my head, all I hear is angels just plowing. Oh my God. You know when people get married in the wedding, the church bells start just gong, 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 and everybody gets healthier and they start getting healed? What? Easter egg, what? That's like what's happening right now. OMG, bud. And if you're ever wondering, you can just grab a fork full of your wife's rice, push it back to this one, slide over. Oh, look at me. Watch me, Nene. Watch me dance. Oh my God. OMG. Okay, guys. We got whipped cream and pistachio ice cream with the apple pie. I've got unsweetened almond drink. I've also got this salad here. Let's talk about salad for a second. I don't want you guys thinking we're not having a huge salad today, but we are. Big old salad, nice plate of food. Everything rocks. I hope you all having a good day. Hope you have something tasty and healthy, very healthy to eat today. You don't even know. Hi guys. So the house is all dried out. I will be running the DQ. Today it's raining. A little bit of rain is coming down. We're not worried about rain or nothing. It's raining, okay? We got the dry heat going. Just woke up today. We're sleeping in, catching up on rest for the next 2 or 3 days, and then back to it. It'll be a busy weekend again, and an even busier next week for me. I'm okay with that. I love doing stuff, so I don't like to sit around. I like to play Xbox a little bit, which requires me to stand or sit around, but I haven't played Xbox for about 7 days. I played a couple rounds of PUBG, and I do play Boom Beach for like 10 or 20 minutes at night, like or like really 6 a.m. while I'm pooping, or if I'm in the bathtub. But I don't play any games when there's stuff to be done, right? You just can't. Now, if I'm tired and I'm awake, or if I'm sore, I'm gonna play a game until like my body feels like moving as much as I have to move, right? What a meal. You know, if mushrooms could talk, they would say, fuck me. That's it. Oh, fuck. Mm. 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 So good. Mm. I'm trying to remain in high spirits. I have, there's something kind of bothering me. It's not. I didn't do anything wrong. I've done nothing wrong. I'm not in any kind of trouble or danger. I have a big heart, and I care a lot about people that I've not even met before. Okay. I just really hope that everything is going to turn out to be okay. I hope that I can, shake your hand and hug you, and definitely want to meet you one day. You know what I mean? I definitely want to meet you. So that's a thing. Man. If you have evil intentions, it's best to talk about it and quell them, Or, again, I'll say this, if it's somebody you can't hang around with evil. Oh. It's easy to get manipulated. Well, not for me, but I understand that it's easy for most of you to get manipulated. These mushrooms are so good. Delicious. What do you think Jordan's job was? Jordan. The guy from the show. It was so like, it was like this. No, no, I'm not telling you what I talk about all day with the dudes. You know what I mean? Like, it's a weird one. I totally get the problem. I want to talk about work. Yeah, like his house you vent, right? Holy shit, that guy's weird. So we watched a show called Love is Blind. Everybody knows who it is, honey. They do? So you guys all know the show? And on this show, holy crow. The only couple that I thought was the only chick that I thought was good looking was Allie. Allie and Anton. Allie's 27. She's a nurse. Never heard anything about her life, like her job or anything. They just kept showing her on screen. They just show her face and her smiling. I was like, she's smiling. Smile. Anton didn't have anyone else to bring on the show, so he brought his mom to talk about him, which I think was a super fucking safe bet on Anton's part. Now I gotta say this. Anton quizzed his mom, screened her, and then wrote down her lines, and then she had to rehearse them. All right. So get this. When she is talking about Anton, she screws up. She says, and I quote, Anton had to spend about 1.5 to 2 years on himself. And this is like 2 years ago, he wasn't a good person. So that's a fucked up statement. I caught it right away. I'm like, what? Who the fuck spends 1.5 to 2 years on himself as an adult? Like what? So you're a 30 whatever year old person, 28, 30, and you're just starting to work on yourself right now? Man, when I was 16, I had to make sure that I was the best person I could be because my Amma passed. And when I lost my Amma, I didn't have that, like, that moral, not moral support, but like that. You ever have like a good angel on one shoulder and then a fucking bad angel on the other shoulder? Well, my Amma, she wasn't an angel. She was the angel for all of us. She could help you get out of a shitty situation before you put yourself in it. So with my Amma's rules, you could just be a better person. Never get looked at as the one who might have done something wrong, because everybody knows that fucking isn't you, right? And I get that some people go through life being a shitty person, but, you know, don't fake it, don't lie about it, and don't let me catch you, you know, having your mom say on national TV that you had to work on yourself for 2 years, but oh no, I'm perfect. He does admit that he did work on himself though. But then he throws shade. He's like, well, and you know, American men, they don't even do it. And I'm like, well, dude, like, for starters, we don't even, some North American men don't even do it because we already done it. You know, I didn't fucking wait till I was 30. So I didn't like when he throws the shade. And this happens a lot. If you hate American men so much, if you feel that strongly, why the fuck did you move to America where it's all there is here is American men? Don't come to North America throwing shade on dudes. We already know that there's shitty dudes here. We all have dads, you know what I mean? 60% of them guaranteed losers all day, every day. Why do you think the divorce rate is so high? The other 40% that can fall on the women. A good quote that he did say, Anton did say, and I seriously strongly believe this. Obviously, he had a good woman that stuck by his side. Went before Allie. I'll tell you how I know. Because of his statement. Now let me tell you what he said. Now I'm not going to verbatim it, but this is how it went. Two people can make a relationship work. And out of that comes, if one person is being shitty, right? Cheating or lying or stealing. I mean, stealing to me is really fucked. But let's just go with, well, cheating is too, because they're like stealing the heart. But let's go with lying. Lying about your debt, right? You didn't say you have this credit card debt and you have debt. No big deal. It's debt. It's fuck. Everyone has it. If you don't, good for you. So debt is a reason couples fight, right? So let's say Anton's ex found out he started building up credit card debt at the strip clubs, right? At the strip clubs. That's a shitty person. That's a super shitty person. Because that debt is both of their debt now if they get married, right? It's not just, so she didn't go to no strip club. It'd be different if they both went on vacation to California, to Vegas or something like that, and they put the money on his card, you know what I mean? Then she's part of the debt, right? Like she got her share of the debt, you know what I mean? She got to have some fun. But Anton said that if one person, is doing relationship stuff and the other person isn't, then it can't work. And it sounds obvious, but at the same time, he had that happen to him. You know what I mean? Where I'm guessing he screwed up because he's single. So he screwed up, shit the bed. And the girl just didn't want to, put in the effort anymore, I guess. I don't know. The mushrooms had a bit of a salty kick vibe. It's exactly what I was going for. I'll give that meal a 10 out of 10. I'll say that it could have improvements, but they're just slight improvements. Very slight stuff had to change to that meal for it to be a literal perfect 10 out of 10. That was an excellent 10 out of 10, but there is something that was just slightly, ever so slightly missing. I can't put my big dick finger on it. I've got some amazing here to talk about for a few seconds here, but let's see what's really going on here. We got that, this, and the other, and I think we're going to go with this one. Let me quickly turn the press on here. I haven't been running my press half as much as I'd like, so after this episode, I'm gonna start pressing. So look forward to that. This stuff is fire, bro. But I just want to leave that. We're gonna showcase this to other people because I just think sometimes I think people really don't even really realize. They'll see something and they'll be like, oh, there's leaves on it. And I'm like, what? Did you sniff the terp profile, bud? Oh, yeah, there's a leaf on it. Just crumble it off. It's killer. But people who are just pathetic, you know? Look at it now, bud. 2 seconds later after I peeled off a couple big fanning leaves. You donk. 2 seconds, and this just became something you guys have probably never had before. And I mean, I've been around, okay? Like I could literally have darn near anything I wanted herb-wise in this city right now. I don't want it. I got what I want right here. You don't understand the power in that statement is so powerful. Fire. And man, this stuff hits hard. Like, whoa, dude. How you doing? And that's what we're going for right there. Like a so. Like a so. It'll be a few seconds, but here's our, hey, how you doing? I want to thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to go poop, and I'm going to play a round of PUBG while I sit with the wife. We're talking and doing stuff today, so relaxation, recovery. I'm going to give my wife a really nice massage, and then if she falls asleep, she falls asleep. I often fall asleep when my wife massages me, so it'd be my pleasure to put my wife to sleep with my dick fingers. Just snap crackling for you ladies out there. Oh, I almost threw that down the actual gullet of the thing there. That's not how it goes. It goes in here. All right. Me and the wife are doing a Q&A on the on that show, that new show that just came out there. I actually enjoy the concept of Love is Blind. I think the cubicle thing is interesting. Anita Flora. Hi, how are you, my friend Anita? Thank you for dropping a like. Share the video with your friends, Anita. Anita Flora, are you in Sweden? Where are you from again? Are you in Germany or Sweden or Belgium? Is it Belgium? All right, let's see what we got here. I just did a light press here. We're gonna do a secondary in a minute here. I just want to see what's going on first because that looks pretty awesome already. Oh wow! Ooh, I love the color and sheen onto it. Yes, yes. All right, I see you. Ooh, that reeks. That's still good to go. Let's go here. Like so. Like so. You know, I was just gonna do a. I think we'll put these through there. We'll press this beauty right here. Take all the stock out though. You don't want no stock in there unless you're a total nub. You like pressing stocks, bud? You're probably a big time presser in Fargo, right? You're probably one of the best pressers in Fargo. If you're leaving all your stocks on your nugs there. You're probably a pretty big deal in North Dakota. I'm sorry, I'm throwing shade at all you farmers out there. There's actually some cool people from North Dakota. I'm not sure how many, but I know there's at least a couple dudes from Minnesota that I really like. So it's true. I'm into dudes. Yes, yes, y'all. So we got 3 now. That's about where we draw the line on this party. We're gonna head on out of here. And I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I am, of course, your host with the absolute most, #info. You can't be me. Stop trying. Y'all look so silly. Man.
I see some people trying to run a grow show, and it's like, just go back to knitting, you silly goofs from Colorado. You weird looking dudes from Michigan. Go back to knitting. You scum suckers from Colorado. No, I'm just teasing. I don't really have anything against anybody. There's just a couple trolls from each of those places. Goliath Gruber. You got sloppy heads from Colorado. Goliath Gruber's a Michiganite. Probably drinking Flint water right now. Loving it. He's such a goof. And then you got Arizona. You got Nuggy. He's crapping in a fucking Home Depot bucket right now. Spent 7 years on the show, and then he decided to go off and make his own grow show. He's like, oh, I can make a better grow show than that. The guy's grow show is him picking on people who can't grow. You've missed the concept of a good grow show, Gooby. Just so you know, you missed the concept. It flew right over your head. You know, people who point fingers at others who do things improperly, instead of teaching them what they did wrong, you're the bitch. Just so we're clear. If you mock another, instead of teaching them what they did wrong, you're the bitch. You're the real joke. Keep that in mind when you watch a YouTube stream. Make sure you're watching people who are not sitting around all day picking on somebody else. I'll see you next time, folks. Hashman out. I'm actually going to stick around for 33 more seconds as we were about to pass and surpass an hour. So we made a movie this morning. Made a home-cooked movie for you. I love making movies for y'all on YouTube. Make sure you watch the video in full. Drop a like, share the video with your friends. You'll look cool for a change. I'm just getting the world's greatest jam. All in one spoonful here, and it is looking awesome. Make sure you all tune into my afternoon stream where we chat Q&A with the wife on Love is Blind. That'll be the next stream coming up. So stay tuned, folks. Enjoy your day. Make sure you cook something nice for your wife to eat today. And rub her feet, rub her back, rub her hands. Take care of your wives. All right, guys. That's going to do it for this dude. I have some serious dabbing to do. I will see you when? Next time. Hashman out! We got this beautiful northern jam here, which